All right, and we're back. What's good, fam? It's your boy Jorge. Welcome back again to another episode of the Gamer Boys podcast. I don't know why we've had issues with. I don't even think it's like my internet setup. I think it's more like just YouTube, because that's where it's like messing up. So I don't even know. But yeah, we just had some technical difficulties. I was hoping I got a bunch of new internet stuff set up this week, so that would help, but obviously that didn't. So hopefully this stream here stays up and we don't have any issues. But or you guys, I got my guy over here, Brian Foster, in the studio today. We already had started the interview, so we'll kind of just go back, but I just want to.
So we starting over?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, if you didn't catch the first part, that got all messed up or whatever. Pilot Hero, his dad passed away, so he's out of the studio for maybe a little bit. So hopefully when he feels up to it, he'll join us back here for the Gamer Boys podcast. But we love you, Roger. Keep your head up. And let's get back to the interview. We were talking about basically, Brian, your upbringing from a young age, around 9 years old, getting into dirt bikes. Finding some friends that did the same stuff that you did, basically, Dustin Miller, Mike Mason, and then that kind of just having that tight group, I think, of guys that were as equally as good helps. So you guys, obviously turn professional for like racing, and then you got into freestyle because of Dustin Miller. We need to have Dustin Miller on the podcast because Mace had some stories about him too, so I'm sure the people are wondering, like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So, so you got into that, and then, you were very successful at that, and you ended up getting hurt, where it kind of took you out for a year, dislocating your wrist.
Yep.
And then that kind of made you think, like, I should do something maybe with my life other than this, but then also at the same time, you had the opportunity to be involved in a brand with some friends as well. And that actually took off pretty good. So that's kind of where we were at as far as like your upbringing and then into your career and stuff like that. So you're a professional dirt bike racer and also a freestyle rider.
Yep.
And then once you kind of got out of that space, doing it like full time, you were still doing it, but not like, so you were doing it kind of part-time, and then you were doing something else. So you were talking a little bit about the glove company and how that all started, and then kind of how that just took off and, changed your life, really.
Yeah. So that whole thing started, my buddy Logan Darien, he's a old pro racer. Mm-hmm. And he had this idea that motocross gloves were not very good at the time. They had a bunch of TPRs and all kinds of padding on them, and like kind of thick and just not very good. There was a couple of companies that had pretty decent ones, but him and another guy had this vision that you can make better gloves, mm-hmm. and then it kind of spiraled into like, we can make them cool, like grenade gloves and snowboarding. So they would be like a one-off, like, brand where we didn't make gear, just only gloves.
Okay. And that's kind of like the first company, right?
Yeah.
Because usually the people that were making gloves for dirt biking were the same company making the gear that you put on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, usually it would just be a gear company that started, and then of course you're going to make gloves.
Yeah.
So we kind of just like went with gloves only.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the time I was going down, he lived in Southern California, so I was going down to Southern California and all the time, and we became really good friends. And I guess he just thought it would be a good idea to, bring me on board.
Uh-huh.
So I got a call from him one time. I was here in Carson, and he was like, hey man, like told me the whole like, idea. And I was like, that's a great idea. And he was like, let me know if you want to, be in on it, but I would have to move down to Southern California to do it.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, dang, that's like a, big decision. And so then I thought about it for a couple of days and was kind of pushing off the decision, you know. And then he called me again. He's like, "Hey, dude, like I need to answer, you know."
Okay.
And I was like, "Screw it!" Like something just told me just to go for it. Who cares, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd already lived here for 27 years, and you know, like you said, I was kind of thinking of, you know, something else to do after riding.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, with this, I can, you know, do both. I can still ride events, you know, still ride X Games and, you know, do tours and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then do that on the side, and then also promote it, you know, while I'm riding.
Yeah.
So.
And same industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving down to Southern California, and we started, you know, getting going. And Logan, he's an amazing artist, and you know, he can draw and like illustrate anything. And so he really, like, he was like the backbone of the business, and he you know, started making all kinds of cool designs, and we were making the gloves fit better. We would send it back to the factory, get them sent back, like test them, and ended up coming up with a really good fitting glove. So that was like our thing, is like they look cool and they fit really well.
Yeah.
And then it started taking off because we had two things. For one, we were fixing a problem in the, you know, industry, you know, making better gloves, and on top of that, it was like a niche thing.
Yeah.
Where everybody was kind of like, dude, I want to be a part of that, you know. We kind of built like a cult kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're getting calls from, you know, all kinds of distributors, and you know, it started blowing up, taking off almost too fast, honestly. Like that brand like took off fast to where you can't even keep up with it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was one of the first of its kind doing what you guys were doing in that industry, so I could see why.
Yeah. So then it got kind of too big for me to do both, you know, at the time. So I had to decide, you know, like, do I want to, you know, just do this or ride, you know? So like there was like a few years there where I didn't really ride that much. I was just, you know,
just working
on that brand and
yeah,
trying to keep up with it. And then, you know, I ended up moving back here, and then I was doing like some just little demos around here and stuff,
mm-hmm.
because you know, like we talked about earlier, like I didn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
But you know, it just comes a time to where you start getting older, and you know, you don't have that, like, I don't give a, you know, crap attitude.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if I eat shit. Like, I'm just gonna. You don't have that anymore. You just wanna, you know.
Yeah, well, you're older. Yeah, you should be safer.
Yeah. So you kind of lose that a little bit. So then I kind of, once I started feeling like that, you know, when I'm sitting on a roll-in about to do a run, and I'm thinking like, I hope I don't crash. Like, that's not good. So I felt like it was time to hang it up, and you know, it sucks, but it's part of life. You just got to move on.
Yeah. So what part of your life are you at now? What are you doing?
So now I'm into real estate.
Okay.
So I got into commercial real estate, buying like apartment complexes, like with like a syndication model.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, for people that don't know what that is, it's you basically a group of people, like a team of people that find, you know, like a apartment complex, and then you buy it as a group. So you get investors involved.
Mm-hmm.
People want to invest money in it, so then you kind of get the deal together, and then you buy.
Yeah, you're not really using your money.
Yeah, I mean, you do a little bit, but mostly it's investor money.
Okay.
And then, so basically, you're providing a service. Like, you're finding a deal and making sure it's a good deal, and then you're, you know, pitching it to investors. Like,
yeah,
hey, we got this, you know, really good deal. You want in on it? So most of the time, they're like, yeah, hell yeah. And then also, recently became a real estate agent. So I'll be doing that too.
Okay.
So helping people, you know, buy and sell their homes,
mm-hmm.
and then also doing the commercial stuff.
Okay. And how's that going so far with like the whole pandemic and everything that's been going on?
It's actually, around this area, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the prices keep going up. Like, you know, it's really like a seller's market still.
Yeah.
Everybody's everybody's got tons of equity in their houses, so some people are wanting to sell it and move, and then a lot of people are moving from California and like those kind of places here because to them it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's doing great right now.
So it's good right now. How do you see the housing market? I'm sure there's a lot of people that listen to this are kind of in their older 20s and 30s and stuff like that would benefit them. So like, how do you see the market? Is it going to crash anytime soon, you think, or just going to keep going up?
That's like the question that everybody always wonders about, and I don't see it happening. Like in 2004 or
2008,
2009, when all that happened, that was all because of the loans. People giving out interest only loans and like adjustable rate mortgages and all that stuff. Like I don't even think you can get those anymore.
Yeah, I know it's a lot harder to get a loan right now.
Yeah,
because banks are scared.
Yeah, so people are still kind of scared of that. So banks are really and you have to really be able to qualify for the loan to even get it.
Yeah.
So I think it might go down a little bit, but I feel like it's just gonna kind of just keep cruising.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like, I'm not a freaking professional financial advisor or anything. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. Like, I feel like it's gonna just kind of keep going along and.
Well,
so,
yeah.
I think, how people are always like, should I buy a house? Like, should I wait till the market goes down? It's like, I feel like just if you can buy it, just buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't really bank on it going down. Or
as long as you're going to keep it for like at least 10 years or so, and if you're only going to keep it for, say, like 3 to 5 years, or if you're only going to live in it for that long, then still keep it for the 10 and rent it out to somebody, and then keep it forever. Like if you got a house, keep it forever.
Yeah. Just
rent it to somebody if you don't want to live there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we want to do. But like it's like, we're in the dilemma of like either buying another house so we could live there and then rent this one, or selling this one because it's gone up so much. Yeah. But then there's like everything else is even more expensive.
Yeah. So it's like you can sell in a high market, right? But then you're going to buy in a high market.
Yeah.
The only way to make it work is if you sell here and then move to like back or Midwest, like Ohio or something.
Yeah, somewhere cheaper.
And then somewhere cheaper. But it's like then you got to live in, you're not living in a beautiful place with nice snow-capped mountains with Lake Tahoe right there.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's
I would just like keep this place and then save up for another one.
Another one, yeah.
And then buy that one and then rent this one. Yeah. Just keep like building your portfolio.
What's the best thing to do when you are going to rent out like your personal home and you have somewhere else? Is it better just to do it yourself or go through a company?
100% go through a company.
They do all the shit for you, right?
Because then you don't have to really worry about it, They're dealing with all the, getting the rent and, just making sure everything's all good, because then if you have like, a few of them, say like 5 or something, then, then it starts getting to be a lot more work than you want to deal with,
Yeah.
It's it's only like I think they take like 10% or something
of the monthly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
No. But you got to find a good property manager,
Right.
Like
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of them aren't that good.
Yeah.
But there's good ones out there.
Yeah, for sure. Chat, how's everything looking? I'm getting some text saying it's good, and it's bad. I think the bad one's referring to the first video we posted up. But let me know. Big shout out to Guayaki once again. Keeping us hydrated.
Thanks for the fresh beverage.
Oh yeah. So this is a gaming podcast.
Yeah.
And Mike Mason was the one that nominated you to come on here.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your gaming background?
Dude, I actually used to play Call of Duty when
Yeah.
I was younger, and
Mhm.
I got made fun of from everybody. Mason, uh, freaking
That's because,
Burlew.
well, Berlu's the biggest gamer too.
I know he is now, but when I first started playing it, he was like, "Dude, that game's stupid," you know. But now
Yeah.
he loves it.
Yeah.
So, but like, I don't hold that against him, you know. I mean, sometimes I might.
Yeah.
But like, Mike's pumped on it now. He gave me the most shit about it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like, I get it, you know. Like, I don't do it anymore because I feel like there's only so much time, you know. So like, you know, you can spend some time on a hobby, like spend some time in the
Yeah.
day making money, like. But for me, it's like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard for me, especially because I work on computers a lot. It's hard for me to go like focus on a video game and like stare at a screen intensely.
I do.
I liked to do it back in the day because I was riding dirt bikes all the time.
So it's
And it
always
was like
outdoors, physical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so then I could like, you know, just play a game that was like not so scary.
Yeah. I do like that you said that because nowadays, obviously, there's kids playing video games for a living and they make a better
Yeah.
living than most people, you know. So what do you think about that? Like how it's progressed from just like an escape, and that's what it is still for everyone, you know, like the people that play that don't
Yeah.
make any money off of
Yeah.
it. An escape, you know, you go home and you get to play a video game, get involved in that world or play against other people and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it's also progressed to something where kids and adults too and stuff like that are making like a big living on it. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's like just cool because, you know, like obviously those kids love to play those video games. If you can make money in this world doing anything, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, they're making money to play a video game. Like I've actually heard some people be kind of like, that's so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how can you make money playing a video game? But like, you're just being a hater. Like,
Yeah.
why are you hating on a kid that's probably making more money than you
Yeah.
to play a video game? Like, good for him. Like, maybe you should learn how to play the damn video game.
I think the hard thing about that is like, and you can you know, chime in on this, but I think the hard thing is like for parents or just like older people, to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna let my kid just play video games because there's obviously other people are very successful at playing and making a shitload of money. But what if your kid isn't good enough? You know, so you run that risk. So you kind of just like, you're like, oh yeah, just go and play video games. But then what if like they're just playing video games and then never
gonna do anything about it? Yeah.
What do you think about that?
See, that's a good question because, you know, at least like a sport, at least they're getting exercise and you know, cardiovascular systems running and you know, stuff like that, building muscle at a young age. All that stuff's super important. And I mean, I don't really know. Like, I guess if I was a parent, I would try and get my kid to do both.
Yeah.
I would,
I think that's
explain to him, you know, that what I just said. Like, you know, you need to go outside and exercise. But I don't know. It seems like it's hard for some parents.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hard thing because it's like, these avenues, these different like job avenues, like whether you're like a content creator, YouTuber, streamer, gamer, or whatever, it's those are like considered jobs now. Yeah. So like kids now are like in school saying, I want to be a YouTuber, not like I want to be a cop or a nurse. So I think that's what's hard because they're saying that stuff, but then at the same time, it's like, if you look, and we've talked about this on the podcast because I think it's kind of funny, but if you look at the people that kind of make it nowadays in gaming and everything, are kind of like the nerdy type of kids that weren't outside playing and just indoors because that's kind of what they're like, how they were. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now to like be like, I want to be a gamer, even though you could be like the most athletic kid there is, but you're basically telling yourself, all right, now I'm just going to commit to just staying inside playing a video game. When these other kids back in the day, they weren't doing that because they were just like, I want to be a gamer. They were just doing that because that's just what they did. And that's why I think they turn out to be really good and, you know,
Yeah, I guess.
So it's just like a hard thing, I think.
Super hard. I would. It would be hard for like somebody in our generation to, if I had a kid and he was only playing video games.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to just let him do that because, like you said, what if he doesn't end up being a good video gamer?
Yeah.
Then it's like you just wasted your whole childhood playing a video game.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like fake life.
Yeah.
And you didn't experience like, going out riding your bike on the pavement and scratching up your knee or like any kind of like thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I think is weird about video games nowadays is that they're like never ending, Like say when you played like Mario Brothers or something and you like beat the game, I always remember just being like, oh sweet, like I beat the game, like I'm gonna go ride my bike now.
Yeah.
But now it's like so addicting, I think, because it's like never ending.
Yeah. Well, a lot of games do come with story modes, but
oh, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's the whole.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
The dynamic of playing against another person. So these like Call of Duty's multiplayer, and like now with the war zones and the battle royale style games, it's super competitive, and that's what people want to watch. They want to see that competitive gameplay.
Yeah, I get that.
And then as a player, you want to. It's not really fun playing against the computer.
Mm-hmm. For sure. No.
So playing against someone that's real,
other real people.
Yeah, and just smoking them or something like that.
Yeah.
It gives you like a bigger rush. So I think
absolutely
that's why you kind of see it. It just never ends, but it's because they're like open like that. That's the
and it's like you can like me and Mason always talk about it. It's like you get to go like hang out with your buddies kind of and play around. Play a game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like similar to like when we go play golf,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like you're playing a game on the computer instead of like playing a game outside.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes I don't even talk to Mason. Then I'll just be like, hey, you want we playing? And then all of a sudden we're talking for like 2 hours.
Yeah, about just random
because
stuff.
We're on our headset, Yeah.
So it's like you're kind of like talking on the phone, but playing a game at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not as weird just like holding your phone there. But yeah, it's we live in a different time for sure, and just like it's just difficult, I think, as a parent, because I got 2 boys and stuff, and they really do like gaming.
Yeah, do they?
But like I don't. At the same time, I wish they would do other things too. But it's like you don't want to force your kids to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just kind of let them do it. I figure like as they get older, they'll figure out other things like, oh, this is actually fun. Riding a bike is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. So
yeah. So do you feel like kind of weird about them just only playing games? Or
yeah.
You do? Yeah. Like, what would you want them to do? Play soccer more or something? Or
yeah.
Like a regular sport?
Yeah, I think regular sport. I think I would be content with them being like, this is super fun and this is kind of like what I want to do. Having that mentality.
Yeah.
So then like I'll be like, hey, you guys could go play your games and shit, because then it makes me feel better. I'm like, all right, kind of like a reward in a way, not just like that's what you want to do and that's it. It's like.
Yeah. So you're saying that you want them to be like committed to it, right?
To something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the games is like a reward.
Okay. Oh.
Type of deal.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was when we were little.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I think that's probably why I'm like that.
Like I get to play freaking Super Mario Brothers after I get my homework done.
Yeah.
It's like you only get to do that when you get your chores done.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like if you go play soccer and, win, and you're like, okay, you can play video games tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of it being just like a free-for-all.
Well, and that's what I was saying. I think like it's one of those things where it's a getaway.
Yeah.
And as a kid, like you go to school, like I don't know if it's like so much pressure or whatever when you're little, but as you get older there is. But like just school, like all this stuff you go through like in your regular life as a kid. Mm-hmm. I think it's all obviously really cool to come home and unwind and play something else.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like the release,
Yeah, do something different.
Escape.
Yeah. But yeah, I tell my kids though, I mean, if you're going to do something, I'm like, dude, because I'll take like photos of them and stuff and they don't like it. And I'm like, dude.
Oh, really?
Get into modeling. Fucking make some money for us, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, we're not down with that.
Yeah. Do you ask them what they want to do when they grow up?
Yeah.
Well,
my little one.
Do they say I want to be a gamer?
No, my oldest one wants to be like a like a treasure hunter.
Really?
Yeah, like Nicolas Cage in National Treasure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What if you found a sweet treasure?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What about the youngest one? Doesn't know yet?
I think he's too little. He doesn't really know.
Dude, you should get him into golf.
Yeah. Speaking of golf, do you, I don't want you to be modest, but are you the best golfer in the moto industry?
Whoa. I don't know. I mean, probably.
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I like that. So,
as far as I know.
Yeah. Obviously, you're into golf. Talk about that a little bit, like kind of.
Dude, yeah, golf is, to me, is the greatest sport ever. Because it's kind of, like I said, like kind of like, you know, like when you guys get together and play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but like in real life, you know? Like you're playing a game. We play a lot of times for money. But it's like super competitive, you know? And I'm a competitive person, obviously. I competed my whole life. So for me, it's like, that's my like release, like my happy place. So anytime I get to go play golf, I love it. I love the competitiveness of it. I love that it's like you can never perfect it. You're always trying to get better. And so I've always like been, you know, trying to find something that's hard, you know, that you can't perfect. And I never even really golfed before until like, you know, 6 years ago. I mean, I did golf a few times, you know, like, I don't know, when I was in my 20s, you know, a couple of times here and there. And I actually hated it then. But it's only because I was probably focused on other things. Yeah. But yeah, that was the one thing that I feel like kind of saves me from not riding anymore is golf does. Because it's like it's kind of the same thing, but not as dangerous, you know.
But riding in what sense? Like riding shows or just riding for fun?
Riding, just, you know, so basically preparing for events.
Oh, okay.
So like say if I was going to ride Dew Tour or something, and, you know, a month leading up to Dew Tour, I was, you know, practicing every day, trying to have all my tricks perfect, and, you know, training and doing all the stuff, you know, preparing for the event. That's what I like about golf, because I golf in the men's club at Sunridge. And so they're like tournaments, you know, so it's like I love preparing for a tournament, you know, practicing, trying to have my, you know, all my shots down perfect. You know, you're never going to have them perfect, but as close as I can, and then trying to win a tournament. And, you know, then you win money and stuff like that.
So you're actually pretty good. Can you kind of explain, you're not a professional.
No.
But there's obviously like differences in professionals. There's like there's like a pretty...
So there's like PGA Tour guys, which are like the top. You know, then there's like club pros, which are like teaching pros, you know, like the head pro at, you know, whatever golf course you're living by. And then, you know, there's other kinds of pros where like, you know, there's like YouTube guys that make pretty good money playing golf, you know, and recording it and putting it on YouTube. Yeah. And so I guess technically they could be considered a pro because they're making money playing golf, you know. So there's different levels for sure. My goal when I first started playing golf was, I had a couple of them. I wanted to be like a club pro, you know, like a teaching professional. Yeah. And then I wanted to be on the senior PGA Tour when I turned 50. Oh. So like my thought when I started like 5 or 6 years, like 6 years ago now, is I had like 15 years to practice, which is plenty of, you know, seemed like it would be plenty of time, you know. So we'll see if that ever happens. But
what about the club pro?
Yeah, no, I could probably do that. Like there's like a test, you know, you got to take a test and you got to shoot like a 76. You got to play 36 holes. You got to shoot I think it's 76 both times or better. And should be.
We're at like at the course that you want to.
It's at Eagle Valley.
Oh, okay.
East course,
so. But that's for like anywhere. So if you pass the test there, then you can be a club pro anywhere.
So that's the first step. Then there's like 2 more steps, you gotta, and it's only like regular testing. They just test you on like, I don't know, golf course management and keeping up on the course.
But you think you can do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I like. I don't like the modest like people when they come on here and they're all modest. Like, I want to hear it.
100%, I could for sure do that if I want.
So obviously you're pretty good. What's the difference between someone that actually makes it on a regular basic tour, not even the PGA like majors and stuff like that? What's the difference between someone that's making it like on a paying tour and just someone that's like maybe like you and like maybe a little bit better than you that can be pro? But what's the difference, you think?
Well, to me, the difference is they have been playing their whole life.
Oh, okay.
If a guy that's basically, I compare it to me riding motorcycle when I started, when I was 9.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that are on those tours, that are the tours that are paying, basically there's levels to the PGA Tour.
Right, yeah.
And those guys have been playing their whole life. Like, I couldn't get good enough to do that, I don't think.
Okay.
Only because I don't have the experience. I mean, that could be a limiting belief, but I just feel like those guys are on such another level that it would take me a long time to get that good because they go to all different courses.
Right.
And
they shoot probably like the similar at all different courses.
Yeah.
They don't really blow it.
So it'd be like, it basically, to compare it, would be like, say I've been riding dirt bikes my whole life. If I was at an event and some kid that's just been riding for like 5 years thinks he's going to come there and like, beat everybody there or even compete, it's like not possible.
Yeah.
Like, kids have tried it. They show up to do tour open qualifier and, eat shit in practice and don't even make it to the qualifier.
Right.
And then if they do make it to the qualifier, they don't even come close.
Yeah. So what's the difference between those guys and the
so
Dustin
that's
Johnson?
A whole nother level.
Yeah.
So like basically Dustin Johnson type guy, like they just have that next like it thing, a thing that you can't really teach. Like,
but there's a lot of them though. I know that's like probably like the top 10 guys there. Yeah. But like at a PGA, like what's the biggest PGA event? The Masters?
Yeah, any of the majors, Masters.
Okay, so like the majors, there's
Tour Championship, whatever.
What's it pay out to, you think?
To win?
No. To number of players that get paid.
Oh, so it's basically if you make the cut, you get paid. So it depends on how many people are like in like a certain number, you know. But it's usually like I want to say around like 50 or 60 people.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a lot more than that.
No.
Okay, but that's still
a lot more than that. Try,
Yeah. So, but 50 people being that good at golf is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So you can think of it in that sense too. Like you can get really good at golf. I mean, look how many good golfers there is out there.
Yeah.
Compared to like, moto, where there, it's such a small industry and sport, especially freestyle motocross.
Yeah.
Like, there's not that many guys out there doing that.
Well, that's different though.
It's more dangerous. Like,
it
costs a lot more money.
You guys have the thing where like you guys, I think, can shut that thing off your head, like shut it off. Yeah. And like you said, once you get older, it's harder to shut that off. Like because that's how I am. Like when I go on a track, like one day I could jump the jumps there, and then the next day, or like practice and then race day, I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling them. It's because I can't shut that off. Like I'm just like, I'd rather be safe than not.
Yep.
So like, in practice I might be like, oh yeah, that's easy, and do it, and then race day, I just like tense up, like, and then I'm like,
all of a sudden like scared to do it.
I'm like, I don't want to do that, but then I'm like, I'm such a pussy. I was just doing it yesterday.
Yeah. I get that.
But so that I know that you guys have that type of thing, so it's a little bit harder, I think. But so what do you think the top 10 guys like? What it's just they just have it, huh?
Yeah, they're just like special, Any like especially like a Jordan Spieth or Rory. I mean, obviously Tiger Woods, like he just has like everything that's like perfect for golf. Like his mentality, the way that he thinks, goes about the game, his focus level. Like that's a big thing in golf is focusing, because you're like you have to focus for a few seconds or whatever to hit a shot, and then you go out of focus because now you're waiting for the next shot, and then you're waiting for other players to hit, and then you got to get back in the focus and then hit a good shot. And it's like you're so in and out of it. Where like freestyle moto is like you have a 90-second run and you're focused for that whole time because it's so intense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only like difference is on the focus level is like golf's in and out, in and out. And it's hard to like you can lose it, and then you're just like kind of lost for a little bit, and you'll start hitting bad shots, and then then you're kind of screwed for a little bit, and then you can regain focus. If you're like strong mentally, you can usually.
And that's kind of what it is, huh? Just those guys are just way better mentally.
Like, some people, they start losing it, and then they just think they're screwed for the rest of the round.
Yeah,
it's like no, you can get it back.
Right.
Someone like Tiger Woods though, he'll like usually never lose that. He'll just be so like in the game the whole time. It's 4-hour long game, or sometimes more, 5. So it's like
it's pretty impressive that they're walking the entire time.
Yeah. It's a different game too when you're walking. We just went to Bandon Dunes, which is like there's no golf carts there, so you got to walk, and I like it better actually.
Yeah.
But you do have to be in like pretty good shape, and especially those guys play like 4-day events, so you're doing a lot of walking and a lot of swinging the clubs, and it's not easy. When people watch it and they're always like, oh, this is not a sport, like this, it looks easy.
Yeah,
it's because they're making it look easy. It's not easy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely looks easy to hit a ball, but when you actually do it, most people never hit it because they always like look up. So
I mean, that's what's the funniest thing about golf is the ball's literally sitting there not moving.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes people can't even hit it.
Yeah. Do you think Tiger's coming back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he already played an event
that
one with his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he actually did. He almost won.
Huh.
Him and his kid, he got second. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think he will be. I don't think he's gonna, have like a full season ever again. But he will definitely.
Maybe
be out there.
Maybe you'll see him in the senior PGA.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think it would be. I don't know though. I don't know if he would do that actually.
Oh, he would just stay in the PGA?
He would just, I kind of feel like he's a guy that would just kind of, once he's done, he's going to be like, all right, I'm good.
Did you ever play any golf games? Like video games? Like the Tiger Woods or anything?
Yeah. No, I like those.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
No, dude, like a couple of years ago, we were playing this Rory game. It's just like Tiger Woods, but it's called Rory now. And it was super fun. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
We were playing because we started playing it because it was like snowing or something, and we were just super bored. And it was like a new game that came out, and we're like, "Yeah, let's check out this game." And we got super into it.
Yeah,
got super good at it. It was pretty fun actually. I might have to bust that out.
Yeah,
I can talk about some gaming on this.
Hell yeah! Time. Was it on the PS4? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to check that out. I know there's the new games now that are like the Madden games. So they're trying to make it like the Madden series, Madden.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day was like the thing, and it still is like, and then NBA 2K and stuff like that. So they're trying to make it like that. So like golf 2K, golf Madden, basically. I know it's been getting really popular for a lot of like people within the gaming industry. So you have your gamers are like legit gamers, just like straight up nerdy gamers. There's nothing wrong with that. But, they're usually socially awkward. They're usually really good at streaming and just talking to the computer and stuff like that. And then there's the other ones that are like more normal. They happen to be really good at video games, but they're more normal. They, they're a lot cooler. They like to like have more fun and stuff like that. So I think that group, there's a lot in the gaming industry, and those guys are super into golf. So
are they?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's kind of like where why they want to bring out the golf games or what, but there's that series that's going to come out on Netflix that's about golf. Yeah,
sweet.
It's like it was kind of like the F1. I don't know if you saw that on Netflix. But then also, just like everything, those arcade games that you could buy like at Walmart, basically. They have like the golden Tee ones, stuff like that. So
that game's fun.
Yeah, so it's getting like pretty popular now. So I'm curious to see like where or like who actually comes out with a better golf game. And then even with like the Oculus, like the VR stuff, I think
do
it'd
you
be
think
pretty
you
dope.
could do a golf game with that?
Yeah.
Really? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Dude, could you play with your buddies like how you do on Call of Duty?
Probably.
That'd be sick.
But
then you could like walk with them.
Yeah. So? But imagine like, because you guys been
like, look at them like if we're walking on the fairway.
Like, hey, dude.
What's up, dude?
You guys been hitting a bar up that has what's it called? A simulator, right?
Oh yeah, Jethro's down in Gardnerville.
Yeah. So imagine that, like, you project it on your wall, and then you have your VR stuff, but you don't actually have a club. And then you swing away, and then you just kind of walk around and stuff like that. And your buddies could join in and stuff. I think that'd be pretty dope.
It would be.
Yeah.
I'd try it.
Yeah.
I tried one of those Oculus things the other day.
Yeah.
I was like some monkey. And I was like, trying to like climb around. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, golf would be sweet. Especially if you had a little golf club or something.
Oh yeah. Just like a controller that was kind of like shaped as a golf club. Yeah. We got Steven Densmore in the chat saying, "Yeah, Bubs."
Yeah, Stevie.
What's up, Steve?
I haven't seen Densmore for a little while, but he came out here.
It wasn't that long ago.
Like a year or two.
Yeah.
Maybe. Dude, time goes by fast, but yeah, no, we had fun. It was good to see old Steve Densmore.
Yeah.
Has he been playing games?
Steve hasn't played a game since he lived in Carson.
Didn't he play Call of Duty? Oh, he was playing basketball.
He was playing basketball games, yeah.
He was pretty good at it.
It's kind of funny how like what you like is what you play. Like I see a lot of people that still play like moto games. The moto games has just been completely dog shit.
I was good at those.
Yeah. Like the ATV ones.
ATV one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were dope.
Like, that was fun back then.
Mm-hmm.
Playing those because we had the 4-screen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Remember my big TV at the Carson house?
Yeah.
Dude, that was fun. See, I liked playing video games back then when I was a dirt bike rider. But now that I'm doing other stuff, I don't know. I could get into it again, you know.
Well, that's the thing. I think you...
But see, hey, it's crazy to think about, though, because we were basically doing what you guys do now, but in the same room, though.
Right.
So, like, we're all competing,
mm-hmm.
you know, racing against each other. But, like, it was like you're with them.
Yeah. But imagine now your own screen, so you don't have to share it with 4 people.
Yeah.
Or 3 other people.
But at least I had a big enough TV where the sections were pretty decent.
Yeah, so now you have your own screen.
Yeah.
But then you can talk to your buddies and stuff. I mean, it is a ton of fun and just like talking shit, even like the people that...
No, I totally see how you guys get pumped on it.
Yeah. But that would never be something that you would consider, because you are pretty like savvy with like the technology and stuff. You do... After the glove thing, you started doing some graphic design stuff. And,
well, that's where I learned how to do graphic design from Logan.
Yeah. So you moved on from that to a different company where you were doing like their social media and all that. So you are kind of like savvy, all that stuff. Have you ever looked into like streaming at all? No. So like, because basically with streaming, you know, you make a revenue, you make money doing it, depending on how popular you get and stuff like that. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily have to be gaming related. Okay. You know, you could sit there and basically teach a master course on your job.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? And people that are interested in it, they could join in and ask you questions like here in the chat. Densmore's saying some stuff. We'll read it after this point. But yeah, you can sit there and basically talk what you're good at, and then people will just sit there and listen and, you know, give you money or whatever. So that's always like an avenue. I always like bring that up to people because it's like, I feel like it's going that way anyways with a lot of different things. Like I was telling Mike he should do it. He already has.
He has it, but he's scared to do it.
But he don't do it. Yeah. But he has a following. I know it's a little bit different. Like I don't know if you watch like UFC, but there's like that big. He's super popular now, like Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah.
Tall, skinny dude with a. He streams. So you would consider that he's like super popular MMA guy. Yeah. Up and coming and stuff like that. He only gets like 200 viewers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not much, but the more he does it, the more he'll get, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So, like, I understand it's a grind, but at the same time, when you already have a base, it might be easier than most people.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so I always like bring that up. It's not just about gaming; it could be something else.
Okay.
There's people on there that are like that play music.
What is it on that Twitch thing or something?
Twitch, YouTube. Right now, we're streaming on YouTube.
Sick.
Yeah. We might have to go to Twitch if this keeps up, though.
I know, huh?
Actually, next week I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Are you gonna do both?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I figured out how to do it, so we'll see if it works. Hopefully, it works out good, so you could catch us on either one. But yeah, Densmore.
What's Densmore saying?
He just got home from his basketball game. We lost by 10 points. Densmore.
Oh, dude, I will smoke Densmore at basketball.
Yeah, I mean, he's out there losing by 10 points. Can't be doing that.
Nah, he's been posting videos of him playing basketball. He's getting pretty good.
Yeah. He said, I did
He's
just
always
crack
been pretty
open my PS5.
Nice.
Should have just
What?
sold it.
Dude, he was always like Xbox guy.
Yeah. He might go back. He probably still has it.
Well, those new controllers, I think,
Or like
They're
Xbox
better,
control. Yeah.
a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Berlou plays like every single night, man. Anytime I get on,
Does he?
yeah, I don't really play that much, but when
he
I get
good?
on, yeah, he's pretty good.
Who's better?
I'll smoke him.
Are you good?
Yeah, I just like
Hey, don't be modest, dude.
it's lack of
Oh,
playing.
You don't practice that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I do play, I'm like, man, I should just play. Because like there's certain times where like you'll do something, and then I'll show you like the kill cam,
Mm-hmm.
like how you got killed or whatever, and I'm like, that was so stupid. Or just in general, I'm like, that was the dumbest thing I could have done in that situation. So it's like I know what I did wrong, but I don't change it because it's like, you don't practice it, you're not like in that speed.
Yep.
So I know if I practice, I'd be a lot better, but a lot of times I don't. I've been playing with Mace, and we play with Yosti and one of his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 4 people.
Yeah.
And I usually play solos or duos. So when I play quads, I really suck at it because I kind of forget that I kill one guy and I forget there's 3 other guys.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So it's like you don't like just the time playing. You need more time playing. Like basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything, really.
Yeah.
Like the more you do it, the better you're gonna get.
Yeah, but if I play solos and stuff, I can win that. If I play duos, we do pretty good. But when we get to quads, I'm like, damn it, dude, I keep forgetting. Or like you'll reload at a situation where you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Just because I'm used to doing that.
Yeah.
Like in solos, But when you're playing with 4 people, you gotta like ration your bullets a little bit better than what you do like with solos.
I got you.
So you get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike usually does the quad one, right?
Yeah, well, I think so because it seems like he's usually playing with like a couple people.
Is he good?
He's all right.
Well, he's always I hear him in the room. He's always like, God dang it. He's like, dude, what the heck? Like I shot him like 3 times and then he turned around and killed me.
Yeah,
I'm always like, I don't know.
I don't know what
Maybe he shot you in the head.
How often he plays.
Well, he plays a good amount, but
yeah. So I think he doesn't play as much as I don't think he plays that much. And then also another thing is that like when you go up against someone and they're shooting you in the head and you're shooting them in the legs, they're gonna kill you first.
What he says is like it's hard to keep up with the PC guys.
Nah.
Is it? No.
Nah, I don't. That's not really that big of a issue. I don't think it's just more like you got to get used to like shooting people like chest and above.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Just get good at shooting them in the head, basically.
Yeah, and then like a lot of pro players, their movement's a lot better than most people, and then also too like, you'll watch them and they'll like jump around a corner and they'll start shooting and there's no one there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like because they like already hurt someone there, but like sometimes you'll like go peeking around a corner and they'll jump around the corner and shoot you, and you're like, fuck, I didn't even stop because they were already shooting.
Yeah.
It's just like
They're
little
like,
tricks that they're doing.
Like planning ahead the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah. They're like one step ahead of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that comes from playing a lot. They probably play all day, every day.
Yeah.
So it's like that's all they do.
Yeah. So when Mace is like shooting someone and they like jump up and then shoot him in the head.
You weren't expecting it, and then you're like,
yeah,
you're behind,
Yeah. So
basically, if he was doing that same thing around that corner, you guys would both be in the air, like, oh shit.
Yeah. So it's just experience and stuff like that. But he's a good player. I think he just needs to play more.
No, but he's like modest because I'm always like, did you kill everybody? And he's like, no, I got smoked. But I'm like, no, you didn't.
I think the best part is when we actually play, and we all die and he's the last one alive, because you
He was
either
by himself.
yeah, so you're by yourself, so you have to like try and buy us all back, so get money.
Oh.
So he's already like nervous because
Oh, you know what? He did tell me. He's told me a few times that he's like been in that situation and like got everyone back.
yeah,
And he was all pumped, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
yeah, because we're all just sitting there watching his screen.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we're like-
yeah. Oh,
and we're-
really?
Yeah. See, we just when you die, you watch whoever,
Mm-hmm.
and then if we all die, we just watch the person that's alive, and we're just like, please get us back, you know,
Yeah.
like stuff like
Or
that.
else you're all like gone, huh?
So he's probably thinking in his head, he's like, fuck,
He's
these
like,
guys are
shit,
watching
yeah.
me, you know, I gotta revive them, you
Yeah.
know, stuff like that. So it's
A lot of
it's
pressure.
pretty fun, yeah. And then when you actually bring all of us back, it's pretty cool. And if we win, that's even better.
Yeah. I mean, I could see if anybody did that, they'd be pumped about it, right?
Yeah. I will say this. We were playing the other night. We were playing trios, so we're playing with this guy. And me and Mace died 3 times each. And the guy brought us back each time.
Really?
So the guy revived us 6 times.
Dang. That guy's good, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah. That was pretty impressive. I don't know. I don't
You do
remember
that
what
a lot?
happened. Yeah. I usually die a lot though.
Yeah.
Because I'm very aggressive.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially when I
kinda
play
do
with other
that.
people.
Yeah.
If I play with
You
myself,
take a lot of chances.
yeah, because I know that I have a chance of them buying me back or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like, it's, you know, not really going to do anything if you die.
All right. Let's see if the chat has anything to say. If not, then we've been yapping for about an hour now.
Really?
That's how fast it goes. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what happens with just golf in general, like in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there needs to be a for one, a different game. Like I'm sure that Rory game that you played was more like the Tiger Woods,
Yeah.
and then like I
think
think
it was the same, like, brand or whatever that
Yeah.
made it.
and then now like I said, there's like a 2K version of golf.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, like golf 2022, something like that. I don't know. That I heard is really, really good actually. But like someone needs to come out with something better, different. You know, just because it's getting so popular and like sports
agree.
games are still super popular. When baseball, the MLB games come out, people are hyped. I think the only one when it comes out, people are not hyped is the hockey.
Yeah.
It's like, you know. But like FIFA, anytime it comes
Oh,
out,
soccer?
yeah, 2K, NBA, NFL, any games like that, like there's always super big hype about it.
Hey, somebody needs to come out with a game, a golf game. Like, we were kind of talking about this earlier with the Oculus, but where you can play, like, you know, just like Call of Duty, where you're playing with people, like a four people
Mm-hmm.
in the same group
Like online.
and playing against them.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Rory game, you can only really play against, well, yeah, so you're playing against the other players that are with you,
Mhm.
but I don't think they have, like, an online version where you can play with, like, some random person in freaking Kentucky.
I think the new games probably have that, you know, because
Do
like Madden, you can play online
Yeah,
against
yeah, yeah.
people. So I'm sure the new games probably have that feature
Maybe.
where you,
But I know that the Rory one didn't when we were playing it.
yeah,
I don't think, anyway, so I don't know.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Something needs to happen with those type of games, just to give it a new feel.
Yeah.
Especially how golf is just getting so popular nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's new brands popping up. TBK Golf.
Mm-hmm.
So double bogey crew.
I think, yep, Double Bogey Crew,
Yeah.
Twitch's company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool. Because, yeah, his t-shirt brand's doing pretty good. DBK.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I guess one day they just thought
Well, it
of
works out just
Double Bogey
perfect
Crew.
without
Yeah.
even having to change anything.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah, and the hat's actually
they've
pretty
been
cool.
getting into golf.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's getting into golf.
I know.
There has to be, you know, some games out there that, you know, and then hopefully we could do some type of collabs later on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if they put you and Mason in a game?
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
I'd be pumped on that.
Because they do that with like NBA, 2K, and all that.
Yep.
They have like legacy players that are not anything involved with basketball, but they're just kind of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, but it's cool for them.
Super.
If it was me, I'd be pumped.
Hell yeah.
So
I've never been in a video game before.
should have kept racing. You could have been in some of the moto games.
Drank all my yerba.
Dude, you're gonna be hyper.
I'm gonna be juiced
And
tonight.
crash your truck.
I might have to go home and play Call of Duty, dude.
Tell Mace, beat it.
Yeah, dude, it's my turn.
Yeah.
No, he was gonna give me, because he got the new
PS5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was gonna ask me if I wanted to buy his PS4, but I didn't. Should I? I think he still has it.
Yeah, he still has it.
I might buy it.
Might as well.
Get in on the action.
And the game's on there.
Yeah. Get in on the action.
Yeah.
Start smoking you guys again.
That's not gonna happen over here. You're gonna have to start streaming for everyone to see it.
I would.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. It was good catching up with you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we'll
thanks for having
definitely we'll definitely have to have you back on when Roger comes back. I know he's always super excited to like interview people.
Okay.
And just like, cause he has I know you, so
Yeah.
he has different types of questions
Yeah.
that he wants to ask, and I know Mace was like, when you interview Bubs, make sure Roger's there, cause I want him to experience.
He's always saying sporadic stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely something we're missing today, but you're gonna have to come back for sure.
I will. Yeah.
Anyone listening can find you on socials or anything like that?
Yeah. So right now my Instagram is mxbubs, BUBBS. Facebook is Brian Foster.
You still do Facebook?
Not really,
Oh, okay.
but I still have it. But
Yeah.
I never post on it. But yeah, I don't even really post on Instagram that much. But
You need
if
it.
there's any investors out there who want to invest in apartment buildings, my website's jlncapitalpartners.com. So you can check that out, get some more information on investing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's it.
Okay. So check him out on his Instagram, and then JLN Capital Investors,
Capital Partners.
capitalpartners.com. Check him out there if you want to just contact him and link up with him for anything that's in that realm of business.
Yeah, real estate or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if anybody wants to buy or sell a house, let me know. Contact me on my Instagram.
Yeah. And then before we end the show, I think you really need to get into the golf TikTok. I think that could be pretty good. Yeah.
I don't have TikTok.
Just need to get one. Need to get on it.
Okay. What's the golf TikTok?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
you mean like when I go golfing, like
post stuff, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of pretty good golf channels on
I'll
there.
have to check it out.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Teach
Just
you
random
tips.
Stuff? Oh.
Stuff like that.
So you can, there's guys that teach stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and there's guys that,
Party.
Yeah. I mean, we do that a lot.
Yeah, so there's a variety of stuff. That's why TikTok's actually pretty awesome, but there's a variety of stuff, but then the people, I don't really follow any of the golf people, but they do pop up on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. You'll save the video because I'm like, maybe when I go, I'll fucking go back to the video and watch it again.
And we still need to go out and make a little video or something.
Yeah, we need to do the whole YouTube thing still. I'm down for sure. But I think that's a good avenue for you to get out there and kind of like teach in your own way. Like, I mean, like I said, if I see a video when someone's like, you ever like 30 yards away, you need to do this chip shot, let me show you how to do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll save it, and then I never do it, but
Yeah.
at the moment I'm like, damn, that was sick.
Yeah. Because like golf's super hard, right? So anytime you like see some kind of advice, you're like, oh, maybe I should watch this.
Especially when it's super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I would probably even do on my Instagram is just quick tips,
Mm-hmm.
like how to set up for this specific shot.
Yeah. But there's some pretty good characters on there, some funny ones and stuff like that. So that's why you should at least check it out. See if that's something. I'm always trying to push everyone to expand, so.
Yeah, to grow and get better at stuff and, build your personal brand. Really.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Good times.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I apologize again for the technical difficulties. I hope that's all fixed. I think it's a YouTube thing for sure, but I hope it's all fixed. Um, check out our socials, the Gamer Boys. Just search the Gamer Boys, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, and I'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on with Roger, when he's going to return to the show, and then hopefully next week I think I'll have Hater Dave on, unless he's a little bitch like he usually is. Or we'll see if I have some other interviews coming soon. So, but I'll keep you guys up to date. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on the Gamer Boys podcast.